I'm going to apply a second coat of lacquer to this. This is number 3 silver, and this is number 3 gold. The gold, it's a first application, so I'll have to thin the lacquer. This is the second, so I won't thin the lacquer. I have some of these, about 5 I think, or 6, and after I'll dab the lacquer off so that it doesn't, well, that's actually what you do with this kind of lacquer. So I'm using this Japanese made lacquer. These are for a workshop coming up in San Francisco, and the people taking the workshop will polish these down. This will have number 10. This has number 3 silver. So and then you set these aside, and after I apply all of this, I'll brush it back off. If you leave it on, it dries dark, and you can't leave it back on. So this lacquer is not thinned. The initial application was thinned, and now after I'm done with this one, I'll thin this to apply to this bowl, since the bowl, it's different metal. It's gold. This is silver I'm doing right this second, but it's an initial application, and for number 3, 4, 3, well, you would say 1, 2, 3, and 4 grind, you need to thin the first application. So, and then this is turpentine. I'm actually going to add just a little bit more lacquer. I think I might have this too much thinner. And then if you're using a fine grind of metal, gold or silver, you don't need this step, the finest grind. But if you're using any of the other grinds with numbers 1 through 15, you need this step. It basically helps to fill in the space between the gold particles, and so when you polish it, they won't just come off the base lacquer. Okay. So I'm done with with this. This brush is artificial fiber, so it doesn't, I can clean it with this thinner. Okay. So now you have to dab this lacquer back off. You don't want it to stay on there. It's soaked in. So what you do, let me and you keep on doing this until there's none that comes off. Still has some there. You just can keep on going. So it may be hard to see in the camera, but there's still some in this area. So that's it. So this one's finished. We'll do this just to show. Again, same thing. You don't want to rub. You just want to pinch the tissue into the area. If you rub, there's probably a chance you could take some of this gold off. So when I say rub, I mean don't rub the tissue back and forth, but rub your finger is fine. these are basically, this needs a little bit more. So the tissue looks something like that, and this color will be slightly darker than before when you started. And I'll do all the rest of these, but that's the whole thing. I guess I might do one more just to finish. So again, same thing. Almost finished here. We'll do one more time. Okay, that's it.